Professional.
You want to ride? No, he feels sorry for you, Jimmy. You better thank him. He don't want to ride your ride. Thanks, brother. He looks like he's tipped the scale about $250 too. No, I've got tickets to the Sangamon County Fair for anyone who shows up now.
All right, listen, people. People, we want you to show up.
Hot little spinner, babe. Come on out.
People, we want you to show up and ride the Sangamon County Ferry.
Make it out here before the ride gets broken.
Get over there right now. Show up. Mikey, we'll check in with you guys in a few minutes.
We got to do some maintenance on the ride.
The Sangamon County.
We don't need no oil.
We got to lube up the old Sangamon County Ferry. Mikey, we'll check in with you in a few minutes.
All right.
It is Jim the Photographer, corner Clear Lake and Dirksen with Mikey. The Sangamon County Ferry is giving rides right now. We'll take a break and be back in a minute.
Oh, man, that was fun.
Here comes Bodine. His hair is not clean, and his body really stinks. He always wears a hat, smells like someone shat, and his head hurts when he thinks. When he's with Mikey, he goes out on the street, and he's treated really mean. He's loyal to the end, except with Jim's girlfriend. You know it's time for Bodine. Here comes Bodine. The morning disaster show, it's time for Bodine. Yeah, it's time for Bodine.
Yeah. It's time for Bodine.
Bend him over like many guys have done. As for the hot studs, he's got his eyes on one. He smokes, likes the pot each day. Mofo thinks that he is gay. Bad jokes is what he will say. Yeah, 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 yeah. When he wakes up, he likes to take drugs. He drives around and tries to find yard sales. He makes us crazy because he's lazy. Every goal he tries to meet, he fails. He doesn't like to pay. He is a bad lay. He's got a DJ business that's never booked. He drives a crappy van. He's got a farmer's tan. Don't ever try to eat any food he's cooked. He likes to smoke pot in his hookah. Oh, in his hookah.
You know he liked that hookah. And the vaporizer. He had a vaporizer before anybody.
1, 2, 3, 4.
He had a vaporizer when it was big as half a room.
Wish I was there, be a rocker. Let me play my song on the TV. If I was there, be a rocker. I'd have to live in Chicago. Like the leather bands in my stable. Girls with short haircuts is my friend. You see me on your music channel. I'm the one that's wearing flannel. I'm a lesbian rocker. Wish I was a lesbian rocker. But then they play my song on the TV. If I was a lesbian rocker, I'd have an Elvis Costello guitar. But I would be so famous, you would see. Jodie Foster would go down on me. Well, I'd be up here singing hits while staring at the girlfriend's eyes. I'm a lesbian rocker. I wish I was a lesbian rocker.
But they play my song on the TV. Well, if I was a lesbian rocker, I would have this supply of batteries. But I would never shave my armpit hair. I would be headlining Lilith Fair. It's so girls I like a bunch, and it's the part about I like a bunch. I'm a lesbian rocker. I wish I was a lesbian rocker. And then they play my song on the TV. If I was a lesbian rocker, I'd have an endless supply of powder. Guitar. Wish I was a lesbian rocker. Or that they play my songs on MTV. If I was a lesbian rocker, I'd have an endless supply of batteries. I wish I was a lesbian rocker. Or that they play my song on MTV. If I was a lesbian rocker, I'd have an endless supply of batteries. I'd have an endless supply of batteries. I'd have an endless supply of batteries. Better praise you. This was lesbian rocker. Then they played the songs on it. If I was a lesbian rocker, I'd have an endless supply. Yeah. All right, let's do it. Kick the show off.
What time is it?
The alarm clock screams and there's a cat butt in my face. I don't want to get up, face the human race. I take a shower, I take a pee, I drink some coffee, watch some TV. But nothing seems to keep my eyes open. Nothing seems to get my blood flowing. Called up a friend of mine and asked what lights a fire under your behind. He says he spells relief, R-A-Y-L-Y-T-L-E. No fear, the game's all is so clean out your ears for the morning disaster. They got gas and brass and testes and rock and roll piled up to the rafters. They're really immature and there's no cure, but they'll be your favorite broadcasters. And it's Ray Lytle's morning disaster. And it's Ray Lytle's morning disaster. I took my friend's advice to heart. I bought myself an FM radio.
Why would you buy
now
that?
every weekday starts with a visit from the Morning Disaster Show. And now I spell relief, RAYLYTLE.
That's a waste of money.
The gang's all here, so clean out your ears for the Morning Disaster. They got guests and breast and testes and rock and roll piled up to the rafters. They're really immature, but there's no cure. But they'll be your favorite podcasters. And it's Ray Lytle's Morning Disaster. And it's Ray Lytle's Morning Disaster.
Bum, 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 bum. Well, good morning, everybody. It is Ray Lytle's Morning Disaster. How you guys doing? Let's welcome back to the show Captain America himself, Mr. Nick Talk _78.
Good morning.
How are you, my friend?
I'm better.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No more
You-
sick ass.
Yeah, you sound it.
I'm still sniffly, but I'm better.
Well, that sucks. I'm sorry you went through that, man. I'm sorry to hear that. I was gonna put a TikTok out of myself praying for you to get better. Then I thought, well, number one, it looks kind of gay, but also it looks kind of mean, and it wasn't meant to be mean at all. It was just gonna be me praying for you to get, like, dear baby Jesus, please look over my friend Nick Talk _78. And I decided against doing it. I said, you know what? It'd probably be better if I didn't do this. Plus, I didn't know how to include, you know what I mean? To say this is for my friend and include it to where it shows that it links to your stuff. You know what I mean? I didn't know how to do that on TikTok. So I just said, screw it, and decided not to. Plus, I was going to do it while I was in the bathroom, and the towel bar kept, it made it visible.
That's so classy of you.
Yeah. I was like, well, people are going to look at this, and number one, they're going to be offended because I'm fake praying. Number two, they'd be offended because I'm in the bathroom. And it's obvious. So I decided not to do it. But that's what I was thinking about you yesterday, Nick. I wanted to do a TikTok prayer for you.
I'm glad you were thinking of me in the bathroom.
I just wanted to let you know that that's where I was going. I literally I just looked at my phone and saw that I have an appointment at a pulmonologist. This is for results of my sleep test that I did months ago.
So they're gonna tell you.
God, that took forever.
Yeah, but I think I'm gonna cancel it and put it off for another day or something. Because
You're a
it's
procrastinator.
I know I didn't realize it was today. It's a crazy day that I have going on. I can't, and I won't have time to do it. So, I don't know why I shared that other than it just popped up and I saw it. So I just think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to cancel that appointment. And how is it? You went to one of those, right, Nick? You did one of those appointments once.
Well, yeah, I did.
And it's just they're trying to get you to buy a CPAP, right?
Well, yeah, they're going to prescribe you a CPAP.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but there's a pandemic. I don't feel like going to some building and taking an elevator and walking a fucking mile.
You're vaccinated. Go to the appointment.
No, even I guess the pandemic, I can't walk. I'm not going to walk a mile to some,
All right,
Get
fine.
a wheelchair.
but you know what I mean? And what would I miss by canceling it today?
Better sleep.
Well, I'm just saying, like, what are they trying to do? They're trying to.
They're going to explain everything to you. What's going to happen?
How does that thing work?
Did they say you needed it?
No, they haven't said that yet. No.
Well, you don't even know that. You don't even know that yet.
I know. So why can't they just do like a tele? Why can't they do a, the thing that I do. I had a doctor's appointment yesterday on my phone. I didn't have to go to,
I don't know. Maybe they might fit you with something. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. I just.
Do you have to go watch mothers get done over at Recontex or something?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I like Recon. There's not a ton of walking. You know what I mean? I just pull up at the front there and, pop through the offices and walk to my chair in the middle of the garage. This would be, I got to walk this hallway, then I got to take this elevator, then I got to walk from that down another hallway. It's a pain in the ass just to have them tell me test results. And then if the test results were bad, they're going to try to, like you said, they're going to try to prescribe me a CPAP, which I don't even know. Where does the CPAP go?
Over your mouth and nose.
Yeah. It depends on what kind of covering you get. You can get a full mask. You can get one that goes completely over your nose, or you get these like little pillow ones that go right in your at your nostrils.
I breathe through my nose when I sleep. I don't breathe through my mouth. You know what I mean?
Well, that's good.
That's how I say. I don't like breathing through my mouth. I don't understand. Perfect. I don't understand you people that sleep breathing through their mouth. I don't get it. I'm a nose sleeper. So I don't want anything on my nose when I'm sleeping. So do they have to fit it?
Yep.
So what are they going to measure? My nostrils and my nostrils?
I don't know. I don't have one.
I'm talking to Nick.
Well,
they're going to find out which one's going to be the best one for you.
Yeah. I would be uncomfortable with anything going over my mouth because I breathe through my nose.
So do I, but
I don't want anything telling me that I have to breathe through my mouth because I don't.
It's not going to. You can't. You're not going to be able to breathe through your mouth.
Yeah, that's how I am now.
You're going to breathe through your nose, but this time there's going to be forced air going through it, so you're going to be breathing much easier.
Well,
go to the damn appointment.
Well, I might move it for see if I can get it next week or whatever. But yeah, I had forgotten all of it. Do you remember when I took the sleep? I don't even remember when I took the sleep test. It's been that long. But the appointment is just today. So
I can't believe it took that long to get an appointment this far back.
I guess they're bogged down. I mean, I guess it's a busy place that they have, going on there. And plus, I don't know, maybe it was the pandemic or so. I don't remember what caused it being so late, but man, you're right. It does seem like it took a long time to get in here to see this, to see the pulmonologist or whatever it is, but it figures it's on such a busy day for me. So, oh, well, anyway, are you said you're feeling better?
Yeah, I'm feeling better. I actually worked out last night.
Look at you. Nothing can stop his weight loss, TJ.
I'm seeing this.
Even when sick, he's still working out.
Even with the sick ass, he got it done.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll be damned. And then you worry like what Pete says. If it took that long to get the appointment, if I skip it today and ask him to move it, God knows how long they're going to move the damn thing for,
6 months.
Oh, man.
Then they'll put it on another day that you're going to be extremely busy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's just if I had some warning, which I guess I did. It was in my calendar, but oh well. TJ, what are you doing? Are you stopped somewhere?
I'm currently getting unloaded, and then I'm going down to the truck wash.
Oh, so you're in Texas.
I am in Texas.
And then you go to some place in Texas that washes your truck. You pay
Yep.
them like $100 and they wash your truck.
They do the outside, do the wash out the trailer, get all the garbage out of that. Away I go. I have a nice clean truck again.
Are there laws against having dirty ones?
Yeah, mine.
I'm just saying I would not pay for a.
Well, I mean, company has a charge account, so I don't pay.
Oh,
Company.
That's my thing. I was gonna say I'd take it back to the company and have them. They should have people that they pay to wash it or whatever. I didn't know how it worked.
Yeah, we've got a charge account where I'm going. So okay, cool. Clean it.
Do they? I'm gonna ask TJ's question. Do they detail out your piss bucket?
Yes.
Do they clean the piss bucket?
Yes, they do.
All right.
All I got to do is ask.
So
You got to dump it out first.
They're unloading you now,
Right.
and then you'll go over and
Get the truck washed and find out where I'm picking up so I can head back.
oh, so then while you're getting the truck washed is when they'll figure out what you're. It's that quick to find out what you're picking up?
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, the boss was working on getting the next one booked 2 days ago.
Oh, so there's companies that have stuff that need picked up.
Yep, they need some product moved.
And they put it out there, and then people find it, and that's how they get the moving jobs or whatever.
Yeah, there's load boards, and you go onto the load boards, and you see, okay, well, this one pays enough. I think I'll try for this, and if it's already booked, go on to the next one. Or
I mean, that sounds, Nick, doesn't that sound like something I could do?
Yeah.
I mean, this sounds like something that I could do. I could find these load boards and find good pickup jobs.
You can be a pimp for a trucker.
Yeah, and then put it out there for a truck driver and see who wants it.
You could dispatch a trucking company from your house.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I could probably do that.
Oh,
and I could probably
I've been trying to tell you that for months.
And I could probably do that from this desk.
Yeah.
You know, or wherever this desk is when we move, you know. I mean, I could knock that out. So I'd have to I'd have to give the numbers and see which drivers would want it and blah blah blah.
No,
you know
I mean, you would know what the company would want. So you go onto the load board and you look and you go, oh, okay, well, hey, this one pays enough, and then you would call up the company trying to get it shipped to go, we're interested. We'll, you know, could you kick it up a couple $100 more or whatever? Oh yeah, we'll do that. Here, we'll give it to you. You sign a confirmation, you fax it back to them, and then dispatch whatever driver you've got available to run it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of my take, my cut. How do I up my cup? You know, because I want to make sure that I'm getting paid.
The money that you're getting for the load, and then you get you get a higher bonus.
Well, I know Troy is a listener of ours who drives a truck. I've got some trucking connections.
You got your brother.
Yeah, I got Fooner. Now, none of you guys, I don't know if you guys, do any of you guys own? So do I need people that own trucks or I deal with the companies that own the trucks? I deal with the companies, or?
You can get to working with a company as what they call a dispatcher.
Yeah.
And you can do all of that from home and book and broker the loads for the company.
No, that's what I need to do. That's what I need to do. That sounds like a job for me. That sounds like something I'd be good at. I could be
ordering truck around.
I could be brokering loads. I could tell people I broker loads for a living. Yeah.
And
I
it
deal
makes
with loads.
it makes a decent paycheck too.
Well, yeah.
I mean, you're not going to be
Yeah.
up at like where you were at during the height of the morning disaster, but you'd be comfortable.
Well, depends on how much I do. How many different companies I'm doing it for.
Get your broker's license.
You need a license? Well, what do you need a license for this?
If you want to do it independently, you need a broker's license.
Oh, Jesus.
You need a license for like everything.
Company,
I knew there was a scam.
if you're going to work for a company, you do not need the license. If you're going to work for yourself and work for multiple different companies, you need the license.
How do you, what kind of license is it?
It's a broker's license. It's actually
There's
pretty
always a way. The man always wants, they always want a piece of your action, no matter what. The fucking man. Where do I, how do I, I wonder what a broker's license costs.
I'm going to be looking into it here in the next couple of weeks. I'll let you know.
It's probably outrageous.
Because I'm going to take all the exams and get mine.
Oh boy, look at that. Now you want to come to be competition with me, huh?
I'm taking care of Texas. You worry about Illinois.
You bring it on. You bring it on. I welcome the competition.
I know you do. Just happens
I would.
to be there.
I just want to call different people. I want to call like Troy and say, "Hey Troy, I want you to carry my load."
I have this huge load for you. Do you want it?
Now that would be the funny one. Is Ray, the first one Ray would call it that would be Spooner. I
have a
huge load.
huge load. I'd go see my friend Rex and pick up this big load. By the way, we were playing that bit yesterday. The guy's name was Rex. So there must have been like when Rocky was telling that story and he threw the name Rex out there.
Yeah.
I thought, there's a reason he used that name, but I couldn't remember what it was. And yet here was a classic bit of Morning Disaster where we were talking about a guy named Rex that was doing such activity. And it was interesting hearing it yesterday. Yeah. I just want to call the truck drivers and tell you guys that there's a big load. I got a big load. You gotta come get. I need you to move my load. That's what I need. Come get my load delivered for me. Yeah. That could be fun. I might look into that. So have you got do you need training or anything? Or you just this sounds like something I wouldn't need a lot of training for. Like I could just jump in. This sounds like something I could just jump in and start learning on the fly. Don't you think? At least that could be the plan.
Yeah, I don't know if you need a whole lot of training or what with it. Like I said, I'm going to look into it. Like I start handling some of the stuff down in Texas for the company I work for.
I want to start learning about this. Yeah. That's what I want to do.
You want to call up truckers and go, I got a huge load for you.
I got a big load in my I need you to carry my load cross country. I'm going to fill you with my load and then make you go cross country and drop it off.
And you work with other brokers quite a bit to help make money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if I was to get the license and start working on everything down in Texas, I mean, there are chances that you would be dealing with me.
Oh no, I might even though I'm here, I might just take all your Texas business.
No, you won't.
Yeah.
No, that's impossible.
I'll take your Texas business.
No, you won't.
Tell you to fuck off. I'll challenge you. I'll challenge you to a load off. That's what I'm gonna do.
It seems like a sequel to like Smokey and the Bandit that never really got made.
There's a fat guy sitting in a chair going, "You know what? I challenge you to a load off." Yeah. Yeah. And then I call the companies and say, "Hey, this is Ray. I got a load for you." What? Yeah. I gave it to Troy. He's going to be delivering it tomorrow. Yep. There you go.
In all seriousness, it is a job that you should look into. And I know that you've been told about it before.
No one's ever told me about this. My friends who are truck drivers are not loyal to me. No, it was Nick helped me discover this. I heard it. I played back the tape. Thanks, Nick.
You're welcome.
You're a true. You are a true friend. You are a true friend.
I try to be.
I'm glad you're feeling better, buddy. In all seriousness, I really am. Yeah. Like Sty says it. TJ and I can team up and we could team up and take each other's loads. I go on
loads. Where that would go. I'd do all the work and Ray get all the money.
I could go on Facebook. I could go on Facebook and send TJ messages going, TJ, thanks for taking my big load. I appreciate the work you do. Thanks for taking that big load. Helping me get my big load taken care of. And I could get myself a convoy. I got a great big convoy. They're delivering my load. Yeah. Who knows? Maybe I can. Maybe this would be a big business for me. Ray Lytle, I don't even know what I'd call it.
Loading disaster.
Yeah. Well, I'd probably get away from using the word disaster in this business, but yeah. I want to use
big load.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ray's Big Load Inc. Company.
Inc. Yeah. Ray's Big Load Inc. That's going to be the name of my company. Ray's Big Load. Come visit me at raysbigload.com. Yep. And we'll be shipping my loads all across the country. There you go. Wow. That's fantastic.
If your knees were a little better, I'd tell you need to get the truck for a while to see what it's about.
I'm sorry, if my knees what? What was that?
If your knees were a little better, I'd tell you need to get the truck, find out what it's about.
Oh no, I don't want to drive a truck. I don't think I'm made to. I don't think I can be much good of a truck driver. No. You know, I just don't. I mean, I would. You know, I think I'm a good. I think I could drive well, but I just don't think I have the patience. You know, because you drive, like you guys drive through the cities and stuff. I don't see how you do it. You know?
I'm in Dallas. So
driving those big trucks through cities would.
Chicago.
That would make me crazy. Other people would make me crazy.
They're good at it.
I think I'd be better at, you know, getting people to deliver my load. That's what I think I'd be good at. I am going to, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this, and my company's going to have Ray and Load somewhere on the title. Ray's Big Load.
So you're gonna start a brokerage company.
Yeah.
And you're gonna start calling up people and going, I want to put my big load in your trailer.
Yeah, I'm gonna have fun with it for
Troy's
sure.
gonna go. Okay, Ray.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
You'll have so many jobs, you'll be begging for my loads.
That'll be my that'll be my message that I want to give to truck drivers. I'll be like, you'll be begging to take my
Load
load.
so good, you'll be begging for more.
No one pays better than me. You'll be begging to take my load. Yeah. I got TJ, Troy, Spanky, Foon. I got all kinds of drivers. We just lost RTQ. Who knows? Maybe I would have brought him out of retirement, maybe. Who knows? I could have had all kinds of people delivering my loads. I'm on to something. I like that. And did you hear about Mark Wahlberg?
No.
What happened to him?
Mark Wahlberg he's doing a movie where he's got to play a guy who he needs to gain 30 pounds. All right. He needs to gain 30 pounds to play this role. And so he got a chef who has been feeding him 7,000 calories a day.
Oh, good God.
Yeah. And he's got doctors and nutritionists making sure he's gaining weight properly. They've broken up the calories into 8 meals per day, which means he eats about every 3 hours. He starts at 3 o'clock in the morning. All right. He has 4 eggs, followed by a workout. Then 8 eggs, 6 strips of bacon, a cup of rice, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and a protein shake. Then he has some kind of ground beef or ground turkey. But it's shaped like some sort of hamburger. You know what I mean? Or he has meatloaf and another cup of rice. Then he has half a roasted chicken, another cup of rice, a cup of cooked spinach, and a cup of cooked beets. Ugh. Then he has an 8-ounce veal chop or a pork chop. Then a 4-ounce piece of salmon, a cup of rice, olive oil, and beets. Then he has 8 ounces of some kind of steak, 8 ounces of some kind of white fish, and tons of vegetables. And then he has a mash consisting of 1 cup of cooked steel-cut oatmeal, 2 tablespoons of applesauce, 2 tablespoons of jelly or jam, 2 tablespoons of almond butter, and a tablespoon of molasses. And then he goes to sleep.
Right after dumping his load.
And then he says on the weekend, he'll have a cheat day where he's allowed to have pasta, pizza, cookies, all that stuff. And already he's put on 20 pounds. He's got to gain 30 pounds to do this movie. So he's forced to eat that other stuff. And then on the weekend, he has a day where he eats whatever he wants. So he has a cheat day. Damn. I would just have an everyday cheat day. Right? I could easily put on 30 pounds in 3 weeks or whatever the hell long he's got. The problem would be taking it off. I'd have to live like Nick. Nick, what do you do? You're eating more protein,
Yes.
limiting your carbs, and then work it out, right?
Yeah. No, I'm not really limiting my carbs. I'm just more eating what the portion sizes are supposed to be. I eat anything I want. I just stay within that range.
But do you eat more protein?
Yes.
So you'll eat so you'll have a full pieces of chicken or steak or pork or whatever kind of,
And I've added more protein shakes.
And what do you eat with the protein? Is it water that you drink the shakes with?
Almond milk.
Oh. Yeah, because I got to start doing those protein shakes. And I don't know what you take them with. I don't know if it's water.
You can do water, but it usually doesn't taste good. But if you use almond milk, it's low calorie, so really.
I think I want to do milk.
You either want to do whole milk or almond milk.
I want to do milk mixed with ice cream. I want to do milk mixed with ice cream.
Of course, you're going to go with that.
Then I want to put the powder in, and then maybe I'll put it in a blender.
And defeat the entire purpose.
That's what I'm thinking. That
I
might be.
got a nice protein powder that tastes like Chips Ahoy cookies.
Oh, look at that. Mm. I mean, I could eat that if it's mixed with like some ice cream. Yeah. I mean, don't you want the shakes as cold as possible? You know,
it depends on it. All depends, but the ones I have is just the cold almond milk works perfectly.
I'd want a big, thick,
girthy shake.
Big girthy protein shake.
Well, there is a way you can get that, Ray.
I'm just saying. I'll start eating that stuff. I want to start eating more protein.
It's hard.
I eat my my hard-boiled egg, which I'm eating right now, actually. That's all protein, you know. Right?
It is, but I mean, you're only getting like 7 grams of protein.
So I should be eating what, 10 of these?
I wouldn't say eating 10 of them, but you're gonna have to mix it up a little bit.
I gotta call Marvin. Maybe he's got his Aunt Beulah's deviled eggs recipe. Oh, she made the most delicious deviled eggs. People would come from miles around to eat Beulah's deviled eggs, he would tell me. He would always brag about his Aunt Beulah's deviled. He ever talks about his Aunt Beulah's deviled eggs on the TJ show?
No,
you're missing great content. I loved when Marvin talked about his aunt's deviled eggs. I could do a whole show just on his Aunt Beulah's deviled eggs.
I thought you enjoyed talking about how she died.
Well, I do, but I love, like, we would be doing the disaster, and Marvin would just tell us a story about, oh, my Aunt Beulah made the most delicious deviled eggs, and I didn't know anything. I didn't know this woman. I didn't know the devil. I didn't know anything, but the stories were so comforting. He would say, oh, people love the deviled eggs. They'd come from miles around just to eat the devil. Like, I would really get into the stories of him talking about this fat woman making deviled eggs that everyone loved. Now, he would also, he once told us a story. My aunt made delicious deviled eggs. Now, Ray, she stunk to high heaven, but people would they'd hold their nose just so they can pick up the deviled eggs. And I just love stories like that. I could hear that story 100 times and still be entertained by it. I mean, that's just
We
me.
loved having her at the family picnic, Ray, because she
I
sat by herself and attracted all the bugs
I loved those stories that Marvin
with
would
her
just
unkept bump.
I would love those stories that Marvin would tell about his aunt making her award-winning deviled eggs. And how she died. How she died in front of the children. And a great memory. A great memory. Oh, man. Yeah, Kelly says that I should eat protein with my fruit to soak up all the sugar in the fruit. Yeah. I should. I mix my fruit with my deviled egg in the morning. I mean, you guys watch it every morning because I always eat when I'm doing this show. I probably shouldn't, but you see it every day. I'm not losing any weight, but that seems like a pretty healthy breakfast that I have, right? I mean, I think it is.
Does it make you full?
Yeah. The reason I started eating it is because when I wasn't eating, I was fine. When I wasn't eating, I was fine because I was fasting and stuff. Because I go work out right after the show, and then I was just eating fruit. You know what I mean? And when I was just eating fruit, when I work out, I'd be tired. I just wouldn't feel as good. And then when I included the deviled egg, then I started feeling better when I worked out. And that's when I got to the point where I was like, nah, good. Now I'm onto something. Now I got something.
Maybe you can get Vic to bring you some of his sausage.
I'm just saying, I felt better when I feel better when I eat the deviled eggs or when I eat the hard-boiled egg. I feel better when I work out. So I think when Nick talks about the importance of protein, I think he's onto something. I mean, you're eating more now. You're eating. I mean, I guess you're technically eating more now that you're losing weight. You're just eating better than when you weren't.
Yes.
That's because you weren't when you were fatter, you weren't eating all the time. You were just
I was just eating terribly.
And Ray wasn't as jealous.
No, but I am trying to learn from what he's talking about. I mean, it sounds like upping his protein quotient and working out is what has done a lot of this. I mean, I work out all the time, but I haven't upped my protein. I think I need to up the protein. And I think that would help. See, I'm learning. I'm being taught by the great one. I'm learning this stuff. So, this is all about me getting healthy. So I could start my load business. Which would make me more successful than TJ.
Doubtful.
I'll call him and I'll say, I hope your load business is failing.
You would too.
I would never call anyone.
Yeah, you would. You would me.
I would never call anyone and tell them I hope their business is failing. But the thought of it would be very funny. Pete says, talk to your nutritionist. You need to stop trying to be a doctor. No, I was on the phone. I met with a nutritionist yesterday. We were talking. The nutritionist had me plan out 2 weeks of meals.
And then the nutritionist said that you needed to take a big load of protein.
The nutritionist talked about protein. And I told her, my friend Nick, I even used his name. I go, my friend Nick. She had this look like, well, who am I supposed to know? Who the hell Nick is? I said, he's eating more protein and he's lost a considerable amount of weight. And I was asking her to explain the protein, and she was starting to explain it to me. And then she had me, and then she had me plan meals and talked about eating meals. Like, for example, Nick, give me like an example of like, give me an example of one of your perfect meals that you like eating. Is he there?
He's muted, but he's there.
Yeah.
Oh,
no, he's gone. Well, so I gave her an example of meal. She said, that's the kind of meal you're supposed to eat. And she goes, now listen, how are you supposed to eat it? And I'm like, I have no idea how I'm supposed to eat it.
Work?
And she goes, well, no, like, how do you eat it? What do you eat first? In what order do you eat the food? And I'm like, well, I mix it all together. I'll take, I take whatever meat and I try to mix it with, I'll mix it with the vegetables to where on my fork, I got meat mixed with green beans, mixed with, macaroni or rice or whatever. And she said, that's not how I'm supposed to eat. Hey, Nick, give me an example of like one of your really good meals that you'll have.
One of my good meals is just normal meals. Like I had tacos last night.
Yeah, but give me a meal that involves like chicken.
Chicken and rice.
Okay, so
chicken and rice-a-roni.
How do you eat that?
I cook the chicken on the grill.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, how do you eat it? This is one of the conversations I had with my nutritionist.
I eat it with my mouth.
No. What order do you? What order do you eat?
What order do I eat?
Yeah.
Like chicken or rice first?
Yeah.
I eat them together.
That's what I did. And my nutritionist told me, she told me yesterday, she goes, eat the protein first.
Okay.
So like last night, this is what I had last night. I had a steak, some asparagus, and a baked potato.
What's the logic behind that?
She said, well, my problem is, this is my problem, is I get full. And so at the end of the meal, I have uneaten food.
Do you have mostly protein left?
Yeah, like I'll go and I'll eat and I'll be all stuffed, and it's like I don't want to eat anymore. And she told me, she goes, start on the steak.
Yeah.
And eat the whole steak, and then move on to.
Yes.
So last night I ate the whole steak, and then I started eating all the asparagus. I love asparagus. And so then move on to the baked potato.
Yep.
And literally, I only had a few bites of the potato and I was full.
And that's all you really need.
Yeah.
Is a few bites of the potato.
So my plate had an almost full potato on it that was uneaten. I ate all the asparagus and I ate, the steak. I mean, I ate almost all the steak. Like there was some fat left, you know what I mean? And I let my dog eat around the bone, He was very thankful that he got to, eat the meat off the bone and stuff. Yeah, so that's what I learned. My nutritionist was telling me, eat the protein first. That way, the stuff you have left over is,
Yeah, you want the important stuff first.
yeah. So I'm getting the protein. See that? I didn't know that. That's something I didn't know. So, like tonight I'm gonna have salmon.
Oh.
I'm gonna have salmon with rice and some green beans. And I'll eat the salmon first, you know what I mean? Then I'll move on to the green beans, and then I'll go to the rice. That's the order. I didn't realize that it was important. The order of which I ate was somehow important. But that's
because if you eat the starches and stuff like that first, you're going to get fuller faster because it's going to expand in your stomach.
Right.
I didn't even know that. I didn't know any of that stuff. That's something I learned yesterday. So I'm very happy, Yeah. So I guess I should probably eat my hard-boiled egg first in the morning, but I eat my fruit first and then I have the hard-boiled egg. So
yeah, but do you get really full for breakfast?
No.
Then I wouldn't worry about that.
Yeah. I'm just saying breakfast is a good meal. The bad one's lunch. I think the bad meal's lunch. All I want for lunch is, all I want is like
a nooner.
No, I just give me a salad. I'm fine. I don't like to overeat for lunch. But every time I say, like, whenever I say I don't want a big lunch, whatever, I'm always told, well, you don't want to start fasting again. Look what happened last time, blah, 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 blah. Oh, well. So I'm just trying to figure this. I'm just trying to figure it out. By the way, it's Mother's Day. Is it this weekend? This weekend's Mother's Day.
It is.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, crap. That means I got to talk to my ex-wife.
I'm telling you. Why do you have to talk to her?
Tell her Happy Mother's Day. I usually call her for Mother's Day and for her birthday and tell her Happy Mother's Day and Happy Birthday.
Oh, 'cause she's the mother of your child?
Right.
Well, with Mother's Day coming up, there's I have a list of things that mothers want. All right? But I'll tell you what mothers want the most.
We want to bring to you guys this month for Mother's Day that's coming up. We're going to do any mother that has a full detail scheduled. We're going to do a 3-year windshield coating on your vehicle. We'll throw that in with your regular detail. So when you call the schedule, let us know that you're doing the Mother's Day special. We'll get you all fixed up.
That's Recon Text.
Derek will do Mother's.
Listen closely. Listen closely. Derek from Recon.
We want to bring to you guys this month for Mother's Day that's coming up. We're going to do any mother that has a full detail scheduled. We're going to do a 3-year windshield coating on your vehicle. We'll throw that in with.
He says they want to do any mother. They want to do mother. If any mother, they want to do it.
We want to bring to you guys this month for Mother's Day that's coming up. We're going to do any mother that has a full detail scheduled. We're going to.
There you go. Any mother that has a full detail schedule, they're going to do any mother. So I'm just telling you, Recon has 670-1132. They've got a great deal. They want to do the mothers at Recon. All right. 670-1132. And by the way, I also want to plug Hendricks Home Furnishings. Great Mother's Day. Mothers love furniture.
Yep, get them a lift chair they'll sit in.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. That's what she needs. Oh well, yeah. But here's the list of what mothers really want.
To be left alone?
They did a survey of moms to find out what they wanted. All right. They did a survey of the moms. The number one thing that they wanted is a card. Oh, come on. That's just bull. No, they don't really want cards. They just want a card. I just find that hard to believe.
No,
They don't just want a card.
maybe one of those handmade ones from the kids or something. I can see that.
No. Do you think that's what they want?
They seem to like it when it's like handmade. The kids are younger, you know.
Like
If
my
you're talking
mother.
Hallmark, no.
My mother has children and grandchildren and even great grandchildren. I'm sure she doesn't care about a card. I mean, my wife, I'm sure a card is not what she wants. But this survey says number one's a card. 43% of moms say they'd love to get a card. It doesn't mean that they'll be thrilled with just a card, but in general, they like getting cards. Nick, do you think your wife wants a card?
No.
Yeah, right? I mean, that's not that can't be number one. Number two, flowers.
Yes.
Yeah. We got my wife flowers. We got my wife flowers on our anniversary. She really seemed to like them, you know. Number three, doing something with the family like dinner or going somewhere outdoors. I can tell you, my wife wouldn't want that. My wife doesn't want to go anywhere for Mother's Day. She would be the first to remind me there is a pandemic. She would go, only you would want me to go out to dinner during a pandemic. You know what I mean?
Okay, let's take this into perspective. Now, if your daughter said, Mom, let's go do something.
No, my daughter would not say that.
Oh.
Because my daughter's the same way. She'd go, there's a pandemic. Now, my daughter could cook. I think she would like that. If she was, let's have a special meal at home. I think my wife would like that. However, I also think it would be hard for my wife to sit and let my daughter cook, you know. Like if my daughter and I somehow cooked dinner for my wife, I think she would get bored watching television or something and then have to come in and start bossing us around. But I do think that my daughter and I if we worked together, could make a nice dinner for my wife. And I think she'd like it. However, I think it'd be very hard for her not to come in and
take over.
Yeah. Yeah. She'd want to take over and kick me. And by the way, she'd want to take over and cook with her daughter. She'd want to kick me the hell out of the kitchen. I can tell you right now. But I would love to cook dinner. You know what I mean? And have my daughter help me and have her listen to me. Are you kidding? That'd be great. But I would go in there. My daughter would refuse to listen to me. I'd say, well, let's get this. And we want to put so much of this in. And my daughter would be like, no, we don't want to do that. And I'd be, yes, we want to do that. And so the two of us would be arguing. And then my wife would come in and go, what are you arguing about? Well, debating how much cumin goes in this meal. And my wife would go, "You're both wrong. It's not cumin. It's, you need," and eventually it would be like my wife cooking. And I would ruin her Mother's Day. So I'm saying that's what I'd like to do, but I'm just not gonna do that.
Yeah, you'd be told to get out of the kitchen.
Yeah. My wife would kick me out. Number four, a keepsake, something sentimental, like a framed photo that's engraved. Ugh.
Ugh.
Number 5, chocolate. They say moms love chocolate. I don't know what kind of chocolate.
Probably
edible. Corey is asking, what would the menu be?
Oh, Lord.
I don't know what the menu would be. I tell you what, I could make... if I had my daughter helping me, I could whip up all kinds of good stuff. We could make, we could make some type of, chicken and pasta. Or, something like that.
My ex said that one of the things she missed about us being married is on Mother's Day, I'd get the kids into the kitchen and we'd do breakfast in bed for her.
Yeah, I don't know if my wife would like that, because she'd have to clean up.
No, then we went and cleaned the kitchen afterwards so she wouldn't have to clean up. We kind of thought it out.
Yeah. And end up getting breakfast all over the sheets. No. I mean, my wife would want to sit down and eat breakfast. She's never been one to eat while laying down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or eat while sitting up. It's just not her thing. By the way, Kathy's saying flowers, yes. But she wants to stay home too. She doesn't want to go out. Kathy's like my wife. My wife just says she doesn't want to go out. My wife is one of the people that are shocked that the vaccination numbers aren't higher. She's constantly talking about how dumb people are.
I'm shocked that Hillbilly Joe got his first one.
Yeah. He said there was legal reasons, but good. I think there should be more.
You notice which one he got too, right?
Of course he got Moderna. Yeah.
I heard from Jason about that yesterday. He's like, I cannot believe that he got it. I was praying for him to say Pfizer.
Yeah. No, did you see how when I was talking to Joe, I actually made sure that he got the Moderna.
Uh-huh.
And he jumped right in and it confirmed it was Moderna.
Yep.
Which I love because I was like, oh, I'll hold that over. I will hold that over anybody who got Moderna. That was fantastic.
It is confirmed.
And Kathy confirmed in the chat room that mothers would want chocolate. She said anything from Cocoa Blue in Rochester.
Oh, well, there you go.
Well, I've never been there, but I'm sure the chocolate is good. By the way, I do give Moderna grief, but Moderna, like now they're starting to vaccinate kids.
Yeah.
I'm saying kids, but teenagers. Moderna has data that shows that their vaccine's 96% effective for kids between 12 and 17.
No kidding.
96%. Good Lord. And it's not, for adults, it's not that effective. It's not 96% effective.
Oh, damn.
That's pretty good for, I'll tell you, my daughter's fully vaccinated at 19. And she's sick. She didn't have COVID, but she's sick right now.
Right.
With a sinus infection.
Ugh. I hate those. Sinus infections is the worst.
Yeah, well, yeah. I'm never sick, but I'm not around people.
That's why.
I like not being around people. I like being home. I like wearing a mask. I like not being surrounded by a bunch of dirty people, but filthy, dirty, bunch of filthy, dirty people who don't wash themselves properly. God knows what they're passing these days.
That's it. We just need to get you in office. You up with this trucking company.
Yeah,
every one of the drivers has to come in and see you.
Well, that way,
back.
That way I don't have to mess around with people. That could be the perfect job for me. It really could.
I'm telling you, man. I've been telling you for months that you should look into it.
And I've never heard you mention it to me.
I've said it.
I've never heard you mention it to me. I figured it out all by myself.
Yeah, okay.
I've never even heard you mention it.
Yeah, I have.
Must have escaped my grasp. Number 6.
Your exact quote was, I don't want to work with a bunch of dirty truckers.
Number 6, mothers want something homemade. Especially moms with younger kids. Ugh.
See, it kind of goes back to what I was saying about the card.
Well, don't give me that for Father's Day.
How about a Cubs win for Father's Day?
No, I don't care about it anymore.
Are you sick?
I watched them win last night. They actually won last night. That was a pretty good game.
Yeah.
But I don't get a lot of thrills out of the Cubs anymore. I never put money on them. Then when I do, they lose. Fuckers. Number 7, a spa day or a massage. Sounds like a waste of money.
Break open your wallet.
Yeah. Hey, my wife wants a massage. Just ask. You don't have to pay for no massage.
And what are you going to massage first, Vic?
I'll massage your ass.
I knew it.
You get a free massage. You just have to accept the ass eating. Yeah, I'll give you a free massage. You just have to take an ass eating. But your muscles will be soothed.
Break out the moisty wipe. That moist towelette.
Hello, welcome to Vic's Massage Parlor. Oh, thank you. Lay down on the table on your stomach. Oh, thank you, Mr. Vic. It's wonderful to be here. No problem. All right. Here's how we're gonna start the massage with a good old ass eating. Excuse me? First off, we're gonna eat that ass. Pardon me? That's the first in my massage treatment. Number 8, jewelry.
Of course.
Yeah.
Getting more expensive.
Yeah. Number 9, a day to themselves.
What I
So
say?
say Happy
be
Mother's
left alone?
Day, and then just let them leave, and or then just leave them alone for 24 hours.
Grab the kids and leave.
I don't think. I mean, my wife would not want to be left alone. I think she would. You know.
So you have one child.
Yeah.
All right. What if you had 6?
I grew up with 6 kids.
Okay.
I was one of 6.
I mean, my dad was one of 8. He said grandma's favorite thing on Mother's Day was to be left alone.
Yeah, I mean, I think on Mother's Day for my mom, we just left her alone. But we tried to do that all the time. Every weekend, we just tried to go do our own thing. We would go outside and play. Like as soon as we woke up on the weekends, we would go outside and play in the summer. We would go outside and we would come back when it's dark.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, so that was every Sunday. My mom had a second job and a third job, so she was working on Sundays. But we were always gone. That was just Sunday. It wasn't because of Mother's Day. I mean, Mother's Day, there might have been a card with macaroni on it or something.
Bodine made it.
And it would always look kind of gay and stupid. And we'd say, good job, Bodine. Did Liberace treat you did Liberace show, which is, now that I look back, was very mean and wrong and homophobic.
Making fun of Jim's roommate.
It's very homophobic. We'd make fun of my brother for using macaroni to decorate his cards for my mom and calling him Liberace. Now in hindsight, that has not stood the test of time.
Not really.
Yeah. Number 10, for someone else to take care of all the household tasks that they normally do.
I bet your wife would love that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think she would. But I don't know who's going to take care of it. You know what I mean? Like if I told my wife, hey, it's Mother's Day, so I'm going to do laundry all day. Oh, there's no way.
Oh, God, no.
She'd be like, no.
That.
If I told my wife, I said, it's Mother's Day, so I'm going to cook all day.
Nope, that ain't going to work.
My wife would go, no. So, this looks nice on paper, but I'm telling you, in my world, it's unacceptable.
I think it would be funny if you told your wife, hey, I'm going to do all the dishes today because it's Mother's Day.
My wife would not want that. I tried to do dishes. And this is, when my daughter was old enough, I would say, come on, Bella, let's do some dishes. And we would go do dishes. And all my wife would do is bitch. You're doing the dishes wrong. The dishes are wrong. I'd be like, what do you mean the dishes are wrong? You're doing the dishes wrong. I go, how do you do dishes wrong? I washed dishes in a restaurant that fed, hundreds of people. I did the dishes. I know how to do dishes. My wife would bitch about me doing the dishes. So I'm like, this is not worth it. I'm not going to do dishes and end up fighting with my wife,
Not conducive to a happy existence.
Yeah. So I just stopped. I'm like, well, no, this is a bad idea. I'm not going to do this anymore. And then my wife would start bitching at me about it, and my daughter would jump right in and take her side. Even though she'd been working with me doing the dishes the whole time, my wife would, the bitching would start, and my daughter would jump right in. She would jump right in, even though she didn't know shit. She was, wasn't even old enough to understand anything. She would jump right in with my wife.
I gotta know. Ray, is there anything at home that you ever win at?
I mean, I choose what's on TV. My wife doesn't walk into the room and say, turn off sports, we're going to watch. But she's never done that. You know what I mean? She doesn't do that. But
okay, so you got the TV control.
Yeah. But I'm telling you, like, I would wash dishes. Okay. I would take the dishes that were filthy, and I would have dish soap, hot water. I had a little thing with a little scrubbing brush. Okay.
Right.
And I would take the dishes. All right. I'd put them in this hot water that was in one side. I would dip them in there and get them wet. And then I would take the soap, and I literally would put the soap on the dish, and then I'd scrub it with my scrub pad.
Right.
And then I'd rinse it off again. You know what I mean? Rinse this again. And then I would have the hot water in the little hot water hose, and I would rub the hot water over the dish to rinse it, right? And then when it would be done, I would put it on a towel. I had a towel next to the sink. It was on the flat surface. And I would put the dish there for my daughter to dry the dish, and then put it in the thing where I eventually would take it and put it where it belonged in the cabinets. And my wife walks into the kitchen and goes, "Oh, what are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm washing dishes." Aren't you using the dishwasher? And I go, "No, we don't need the dishwasher. If you scrub the dish by hand and hot water, you don't need the fucking dishwasher." And my wife was horrified. She was horrified. And she goes, why are you giving that dish to Bella? I'm like, so she can dry it and we can put it away. My wife goes, oh, that's not how it goes. I go, what do you mean? She goes, that's when you put the dish in the dishwasher. And I'd be like, no, that's a clean dish. Why would I put a clean dish in the dishwasher? And this freaked my wife out beyond all belief, For her, what I was doing to wash the dish, that's what she would do before she put the dish in the dishwasher. And she was grabbing the dishes out of the cabinet that I had put away and then putting them in the dishwasher. I go, this is goddamn ridiculous. This is just ridiculous. So I'm telling you, she was more bothered by me not doing it to her satisfaction and insulting to me. So I decided this is not. I'm not going to argue over this. This is not something that I want to argue about. So I just decided, you know, so much for me doing dishes. I'm not going to put up with, you know, being insulted. Oh, that's when you put them in the dishwasher. I'm like, no, they're clean. They're clean. That's when I put them. That's when I put them in the cabinet because they're clean. And my wife informed me, no, that's when they go in the dishwasher. And I was like, well, I used to wash dishes in a restaurant that hundreds of people were in. You know, that's how you wash dishes. And she was horrified by it. And I'm just like, well, we're not going to come to a conclusion. So she's right. I'll stay away from washing dishes. And God forbid, what kind of monster would have his child learn how to dry a dish, would want to teach their children to somehow dry a dish? What kind of monster was I? You're having our poor daughter dry these dishes? What the hell's wrong with you? So I gave it up. I'm certainly not going to bring it back on Mother's Day and say, here, honey, let's celebrate your day. Let's celebrate your day by me doing the thing you hated that I did. We're going to celebrate the day by me washing dishes. I don't think so. So I'd rather not, you know, do all that. I mean, I could have continued to scrub the dishes like I was, and just let her put them in the dishwasher. I guess I could have done that, but that just seemed ridiculous. You know, that seemed sort of ridiculous to hand wash the dishes and then put them in the dishwasher. It just seemed kind of stupid. So I just figured I'm not even going to fight with this. So, yeah. So I'm certainly not going to, on Mother's Day,
offer to do dishes.
Yeah. Go in and ruin her day. So I'll just stay out of it.
So I talked to my boss for you.
You talked to what?
I talked to my boss for you.
Yeah.
And she said if you start a brokerage company, she would be more than happy to book your loads. But you better pay on time and get us paid.
So she'd take my load.
She'd take your load.
Would she take all of it?
But you better pay.
So I got to be the one that pays? Why do I have to pay?
All right. Here's how this works. You book the load from the company, okay?
Yeah.
When you get the load from the company, then you are the middleman. You've got to get a hold of a trucking company to haul it for you.
Yeah.
So you contact the trucking company. The people paying for the load pay you.
Oh.
You get your cut, and then you give the rest to the trucking company that's doing the work.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
It just seems like the money's switching a lot of hands.
Money moves a lot, but you know, reputable companies, they pay week, 2 weeks, and you got it. But there's one like we've had problems with them in the past. Just this week, she had a load from October that we moved, and we finally got that company to pay out.
No, I'd want my money quicker than that.
Exactly. You want your money, the trucking company wants their money too.
Yeah.
Because the trucking company has got to pay for the fuel, the upkeep, the expense, the driver, all of that to get it moved. So, like, all right, let's say you book the load for $3,000, then you keep 500 of it. The other 2,500 goes to the trucking company to take it.
What if the company agreed to take it for 1,700?
Depends on what it is, and good luck.
That's what they. If that's what they agreed to, they're getting 1,700.
That's what I'm saying. You know, it depends on what they agreed to.
Maybe they said it'll be 3,000. Fine, okay, whatever. I'm just saying that's what they'll get paid.
I'm just using round numbers. You know, like, okay, here I got a $2,500 load.
It's none of their business. It's none of their business what the company gave me. It's only their business what I'm giving them.
Yeah, but those of us in the business, I do understand that brokerage company tries to keep as much as they can.
Yeah.
And those of us that are truckers turn around and go, hey, these trucks don't run cheap.
Yeah, but I'm saying that if you agree to take it for how much money, and then you find out the company paid, like I talk to some company, they say, I want a load of dildos picked up in Houston.
I knew it was going to go there.
And dropped off in Rockford. And I say, that sounds like $4,200. And the company goes, okay, these are very important dildos. If you can get them there by Thursday, I'll give you $4,200. And so I go looking for a trucking company.
Right.
And I'll say, I have a load of dildos that needs picked up and dropped off in Rockford by Thursday. If it's not done by Thursday, you're not getting shit. The trucking company says, I guarantee that I'll get the dildos delivered by Thursday. All right?
Right.
And then I say, great, how much you want? They go, I want $2,500 to get that. Okay, good. We got a deal. All right? So I say, fine, I'll get you $2,500 to get the dildos delivered. They go, okay. So
then you keep the rest.
Okay. While they're driving, somebody, some middleman who has no business being involved says, hey, you know what? I heard Chubby Ray's loads just got $4,200 to deliver dildos from Houston to Rockford. And they go, whoa. He just hired us to do it for $2,500. And they go, oh, he just made $1,500. And the trucking company wants to call me and say, no, you got to pay us at least $3,500. I'll be like, no, you just agreed to do it for $2,500.
Now, what's the contract? What's the load agreement signed? That's it. It's done. And everybody knows that. Okay. But I'm saying you want good companies that are going to haul it for you. Like we use one out of Houston a lot. He knows to get us to do it, it's going to cost him a little more. And he'd rather pay us to do it because we get the job done than pay a Schneider or a Swift or a bigger company because he can't guarantee it's going to get there.
I'm just saying that, if I work a good deal, I want 100% of what I worked it for. I don't want anybody changing, No,
they don't come back and do that. After the agreement is signed, that's it. But you do have, like a car deal, you still have a little bit of negotiation that goes on. Like with my boss, you'd come up and say, hey, I've got I've got this load of dildos that's going from Houston. I need them in Rockford by Thursday. It's Tuesday. I'll give you 1,700. She's going to come back and go, I mean, it's doable, but hey, why don't you kick it up to 23? You know, give us a little bit of fuel and we'll try to get it there early.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just, as long, I don't want someone coming to me and saying, well, no, it's got to be more. I'd be like, no, you already agreed to this. Do it for what you agreed.
But then after that, you go, okay, well, you know what? If you can get it there early, yeah, I'll knock it up to 23. That'll work. Okay, boom. Sign the paperwork, done.
Yeah. Once the paperwork's signed.
Once the paperwork's signed, that's it. There's no bid. The agreement was made.
That means I'll be like, hey, 17, here's your paperwork. There you go. Wait till I get my business done. Oh, I'll be getting agreements all over the place. I'll be like, Spanky, I need you to go to Effingham. Grab some ice cream bars and deliver them to Iowa.
Spanky might turn around and go, Raymond, you can't pay enough.
I'll say, if you get it there on time, you can go open the back and you can eat a few ice cream bars.
Yeah, no. Don't work that way either.
Who knows? All right, I'm going to look into this. Maybe that's something I can do.
Dude, and she said getting the freight broker's license is not that difficult, but you've got to use it. She has one, but she hasn't used it in 20 years. She's got the trucking company. We do the work ourselves. She can go in there and do it herself. But
I'm just saying, no, it's something I want to look at.
Look into it.
It sounds like something I could do. Oh well. We should probably wrap it up. I said I got to go work out today, so we should probably wrap it up. I want to thank everybody for listening. We got a subscriber show tomorrow, so come on back and remember the Mother's Day recon
do a 3-year
text.
windshield coating on your vehicle. We'll throw that in. We want to bring to you guys this month
the recon text special.
We want to bring to you guys this month for Mother's Day that's coming up. We're going to do any mother that has a full detail scheduled.
There you go. So a recon text. They want to do any mother.
They're all about doing mothers over there.
They want to do any mother that has, you know.
Is Derek going to kill us when he gets back for advertising?
I just love it.
I think he's going to be pissed.
I just love it. All right, let's wrap it up today. Be back tomorrow for a subscriber show. You guys have a great rest of your Thursday. Take care. Love you, everybody. So long.